Hello Capricorn, welcome back. My name is Rosa. Thank you once again for tuning into another weekly Love Vibes reading. Do keep in mind these are just general messages, so take what speaks, leave what doesn't. Guys, I will be speaking to Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and or cross watchers. I may be speaking to you directly. For those of you who are new to my channel, I just want to say a big warm welcome. I'm also over on Instagram, you guys, where I do offer a variety of separate readings over on my IGTV channel. So if that speaks to you, feel free to go and check those out. There may be something over in one of the general readings over there that could help you with where you're currently at. I will leave a description in the descriptions box below on how to connect with me and work with me, so all the information will be there. Okay. Capricorn, in the center of the reading here, we've got the higher power card coming through. This is going to be the overarching energy regarding your love situation, a connection that you have with someone. Romantically speaking, the higher power card comes through to let you know that this is for some of you, this is a higher love, okay? This means that this is a divine and spiritual connection, all right? Now, you may be thinking, why was I meant to meet this person? Because this is like, to a certain degree, Capricorn, you can't control why or if you were or were not meant to meet this person. Okay? So if you're moving through the week and you're thinking, oh my gosh, why did I meet this person? I don't know why I met this person, because there was a higher force, there was a higher power involved in the meeting of you two. Okay? Now, also too, that message was to come in for some of you. Also too, I'm getting with the higher power card that this connection is divinely orchestrated. Okay? If I just feel like there's a higher force coming in throughout the week that is orchestrating certain events to unfold a particular way. Okay? Also too, I'm picking up that you and this person may be communicating via your higher selves. Okay? Now, your higher self is different to your human self. Your higher self operates from the fifth dimension, and that is constantly communicating to you. Okay, your higher self is always a few steps ahead of your human self. So sometimes that might mean that you won't take the advice of your higher self, because sometimes that can be a little bit scary, or you may feel a little bit apprehensive, but your higher self is that higher power coming through to you. It's trying to give you information. It's trying to give you the right guidance for you to take or follow. Okay? But sometimes the human self is designed to be controlled by the ego, and that sometimes won't allow you to follow suit of the higher self, because it can be scary and it can be uncomfortable and it can take you out of your comfort zone. But like I said, your higher self or your person's higher self is always a few steps ahead of the human self. Okay, and your higher self will never lead you down the garden path. Okay, your higher self always knows what's best for you. And sometimes you're never going to know until you lean into the advice of the higher self. Now, this is what's coming through. I feel like you and this person that you're connected to are communicating via your higher selves, but your egos come in and kind of change the course of how the events unfold. Okay? Also, too, if you find that you're stuck in ego, or if your person's stuck in ego, I feel like for both of you, your higher selves are trying to communicate to the both of you. Whether you listen to that or not, it's out of my hands. It's totally independent and up to the pair of you, okay, as individuals, as separate entities, as separate souls, as separate beings. It is really up to each of you as to whether or not you listen to the answers or the information that's coming through to you via your higher selves. All right? Now, I do want to say, Capricorn, we've got the energy of the lamb spirit coming through and the energy of the vulture spirit coming through. But the vulture wanted to come through upside down, so that's how I'm taking it. I feel like, Capricorn, you're the lamb and your person is coming through as the vulture. Now, if I'm to look at these two triangles in this position, you're both coming through as earth energy. All right. The lamb is coming through as the earth energy. The vulture in the upright position is coming through as an air element. But in the reversal, it's coming through as an earth element. So what this is telling me is there's something about your connection that is on the same page, is on the same wavelength, okay? I feel like whoever you're connecting to, this vulture energy is coming through a very dark time. I feel like at some point or at one point they were in lack, okay? And that's probably what pulled you guys apart or is creating this disconnect in the connection. But I feel like the vulture energy is now coming into a more embodied, wholesome state. Okay, I feel like whoever the vulture person is, I feel like they're becoming more grounded. They're becoming more stable. They're not so much in their head space. They're not so much in their ego. They're coming back down to earth. Okay, they're feeling a bit more stable with where they're at. They may have released some negative thought patterns or negative behaviors, okay? I feel like this vulture person, because they were in lack, I feel like they're not in that state or they're not in that energy right now, okay? But you're coming through as the lamb energy. You're coming through as your energy. But you're coming through a little bit uncertain, unsure, a little bit apprehensive, a little bit timid, sort of uncertain towards the person that you're connecting to here. I feel like you want to trust them, Capricorn. I feel like you really do. I feel like from the goodness of your heart that you really do want to trust them. And I'm going to tell you that if you've just got to listen to your higher self, okay? Your ego will be very different to your higher self. If you're feeling like you can trust them and your higher self is saying, sure, you know, open up your energy to them, it's fine, it's safe to do so at this time, then listen to that. Because I'm feeling like the person that you're connected to in love this week is sort of more on your page, is sort of more on your wavelengths. I feel like they are going to appeal to you because they're kind of mirroring back how you would approach things or how you would deal with things, Capricorn. So I hope that makes sense. I really do. See, your vulture person knows you are a good person. The lamb is pure. I feel they recognize this about you. They know this about you. Yeah, so I just feel within this connection, whoever you're dealing with, I just feel like you can both, you're both on the same page. Okay, you're both carrying the same energy in the upcoming week. Now, my readings are timeless, guys, so whenever you land on this, you land on this. I don't timestamp my readings. So if you come in and you listen to this, I set the intention that you can take a message or a sign or some guidance from my reading that can help you. Now, coming down to the tarot, we've got the Two of Cups here. I feel like I want to start here. This is a soulmate connection. This is a connection. Okay, this is a connection of two people who generally think the same, act the same, who can support each other, who are kind towards each other. You're very giving towards each other, but in recent times, your person hasn't been able to give you how you give to them. Okay, because they've been in lack and they've had to go away and do the work and clear their shit and do whatever they need to do to come back down into a more stable state of mind and in a more like solid place. And I feel that's coming through with the Two of Cups. I feel you can both really connect now. I feel it's more balanced. I feel it's more equal. And I say this because you've also got the Six of Pentacles coming through, which is the perfect balance of equal give and take. Okay? In this image, it's a branch, okay? And this branch is sort of growing up to the sky. So I feel like you're both able to provide certain qualities, okay, or things to this connection that can help it grow. Like, but both of you are doing it now, okay? You're both able to bring your resources, your energy. You're able to both bring value to this relationship. It's not just one-sided anymore. I feel like it's a dual effort. I feel like it's an effort from both of you, and it's a mutual effort. It's a mutual agreement to want to bring each other gifts or bring each other support now. Bring each other stability. Bring each other stability and perhaps commitment or just more solid energy. It's more balanced is how I want to put it. Now we've got the Hierophant card coming through. This to me also speaks of a higher power energy coming through, because the Hierophant does speak to the higher self, a higher power. So there's a force to be reckoned with coming through this love reading. Yeah, it's just, this is a spiritual connection for sure. And with this Hierophant card, right, this connection is meant to help you both transcend the ego. Because the Hierophant is about a higher power, a higher learning, a higher perspective, your higher self. And so this is what this connection is bringing you both. It's bringing you both the ability to transcend your egos, okay? Look at life, look at love, look at connections, look at relationships from a higher perspective, learning from a different lens, okay? And that's what you're both bringing to each other. You're both bringing each other the gift to learn, how can I explain this? You're both bringing each other the gift to learn more about the self through this connection. Okay? This is not just your typical romantic love story. There's a higher power involved here. It's a divine connection. It's a spiritual connection. It was always meant to be. And whether you're with this person or not, you were always meant to meet each other, okay? For spiritual reasons. What are those spiritual reasons? Well, spirituality is about understanding yourself. And if all you were meant to do was to come together and to meet each other, to trigger each other's spiritual awakening, then you're both doing a bloody good job about it. All right? So I can't come into this reading and look at this from a negative perspective. I just can't. So if you're coming in here, Capricorn, and you're wanting me to feed your ego, then I'm not the right intuitive reader for you. This love story, this reading, the way it's unfolding is to help you both learn about your spiritual selves. Okay? I do see you coming together in a more connected and balanced way. I do see that. I'm not speaking to you Capricorns that don't want anything to do with a negative person. If you are waiting for someone to change or evolve or grow, I actually see this happening in this reading. Okay, where you can both come towards each other now and give each other support, nurture, stability. You know, conscious relationships are not easy relationships. So if you have both been evolving and doing the spiritual work, like conscious connections and conscious relationships aren't easy. Because you're conscious, you're awake, you're alert, you understand, you can read each other, you're very transparent towards each other, to each other, okay? And conscious relationships sometimes take more work, more effort. And there's nothing wrong with that. Every relationship takes work and effort. What we've got coming through here, though, is the Five of Wands. So I do want to say, Capricorn, that you're not fully clear of any hurdles just yet, because we've got the Five of Wands. This can represent niggly arguments or irritations, minor conflict. This is not major. This is just little issues coming through this connection that might happen when you communicate with each other or when you converse with one another. Okay, this is not a major thing. I don't see Five of Wands as a major disruption to a relationship. This is just like a little bit disruptive, a little bit niggly. It's annoying energy. You could both do without it, really. But it's coming through because it's telling me that there's still something that needs to be worked on together. I feel like whatever this is, it's not really significant or important or extreme. It's there and it's underlying, and I feel like you can work through this quite swiftly, quite quickly, quite smoothly. It's not a major upheaval or anything like that, but nonetheless, it's a little issue within your connection that needs to be looked at, that needs to be discussed, needs to be resolved. And I feel that you will be able to do that with the Two of Cups, because you're starting to understand each other a lot better, because you want you both don't want this. Okay, so I feel that you are quite contented to come towards each other and resolve this if need be. If you're not together with your person, it could be because of this one little minor thing that could just be getting in the way. But I feel that if both of you listen to your higher selves and both of you are willing to work at this, then this can be overcome, no problems. No problems. So there you go, guys. I'm going to leave it there. Feel free to leave your likes and comments below if this speaks to you. I want to hear from you, and it'd be great to hear from you, Capricorn. So until next time, I'll speak to you soon. Bye, guys.